Okay, all right, the next guy is also very fun, so give him a big round of applause. Here comes Nathan Curry, everybody. Clap him on.
Fuck, I'm short. God damn it. Okay, so last week we couldn't even perform because there were 5 people. Oh, hello! Hello! You'll be glad to know I've got a few new things. But, oh my God, I've never seen so many people here again tonight. Or, again, it's the first time I've seen this many people. And I have to say, I see so many different cultures here tonight, which is glorious because I am American and I'm sorry. And more specifically, I come from Kentucky. Fuck, I'm sorry. And you'll never meet anybody else from Kentucky because only 4 of us escaped. Now, one thing, I love living in Denmark. Been living here this time about 11 years. Got 2 small daughters, half Danish and half the devil. But I do miss, there's not that much I miss about the U.S. You know, I escaped. So, praise Jesus. Yes. But, one of the things I miss is multicultural communities. Just seeing different kinds of people, different cultures, different skin types. Because especially in Denmark, especially up north, it's like white guy, white guy, white guy, white guy, white woman, white guy, white guy, white guy. So, when I, on the train on the way here, I live a bit south of here, a bit north of here. Get your geography right, Nathan. I had this, brief 10-second interaction with a black guy, and I felt just happy, because it was like, yes, I interacted with somebody that's not white. And then I walk in this room tonight, and I'm like, ah, the world is one. So, thank you guys. But that makes my job even harder because now I have to try to appeal to every single culture on the planet. So I had some new stuff planned. Let me see where I'm going to go with this. The makeup of the audience has kind of changed my mind. Well, okay. I do know we have at least 1 or 2 or a couple of Indians in here, right?
Yes.
I know you are. Indian? Indian, okay. Well, my last name is Curry, and it's obvious I'm not Indian. But I am spicy like a good curry should be. Now, like I said, I miss my family. Okay, talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'll let you gather yourselves. Of course, I miss my family, I miss my friends, I miss the food. But, as U.S. news is just shoved down everybody's throat, and the U.S. is just, we're decaying like crazy. So I just can't watch U.S. news anymore. It's just too depressing, too frustrating. But about every few days I turn it on for about 30 seconds and go, yep, it's still burning. You guys should laugh more than that. The U.S. is going down, yeah. Woo. Okay, so I came to Denmark originally to do my master's, and the education. The first thing I realized is how fucking short I am for this country. And this is a true story, The second day come on, get away. The second day I was here, I was in a restaurant, I went in to go pee, and the urinal was taller than my dick. I'm like, what do I do? Do I go ask for a stool? What is the culturally appropriate thing to do here? So I just came up on my toes, and trying to arc it in. Now, I love doing this joke. I've done this joke in front of Danish crowds, and they really like it as well, but I love doing this joke in front of international crowds. So when I was a student, I remember coming home from the bar 1, 2 in the morning, cycling, walking home, whatever, and you'll see Danes at the intersection, at the traffic light, waiting to cross the street, and there's no cars. Just looking at the light. And I love, even during the day, especially in big towns like Aarhus or Elbow or wherever, you come up, you look both ways, no cars, and I just start crossing. And they just look at me like, you can do that? Really? Now, one thing is, I mean, I speak decent enough Danish. I should be speaking better Danish, and I should be learning more. But one thing that prevents me from trying to better my Danish is the ability to tune it out. Like, I love when there's a Danish in the background, I'm trying to do something, I can just kind of go, it's just noise. I can't do that with English. It's just like, it's like another person just, hey, so, that was the first time for that joke. So, maybe do it again, maybe not. I'm not sure. Now, how many Danes do we have in here? Okay. How do you make a Dane happy and pissed off in the same 10 seconds? Give them a beer, let them take a drink, and then tell them it's non-alcoholic. Tuborg no? Yeah, fuck that. Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna try some new shit. This is one that we were just discussing back in the green room. Okay, you guys know what grinder is, right? Yeah? Okay, pretend you don't. I've never heard of it. Now, I come from an extremely conservative religious, Christian religious area. So I was like, well, they should make, because Grindr can tell you if a match is within fucking 50 meters of you. So they need to make one for Christians called Prayer. Grindr, Prayer. I don't. Note to self. Never do that one again. Okay, another new one. Let's see what happens. Okay, you know how the word extra in English, extra cheese means more, extra tall means taller. But then why does the word extraterrestrial mean not of the earth, not of terrestrial? Shouldn't extra mean you're even closer to the earth? So according to a Dane, I should be extraterrestrial. Has potential. Now, is anybody in here from like an equatorial country? Middle of the South America? Brazil? Okay. I'm not sure. I've spent time in Central America, like Nicaragua, places like that. So maybe this is the same in your country. I so want to see Brazil. And I actually have a story about that, but not for stage. I've been in Brazil for 1 hour. I just leave that wide open. Everybody's like, okay. We want the story. Don't have time. So when I was in Nicaragua, we get there in January, and the rain season doesn't start till I think it was like March, something like that. And I was warned that the rain season would just start. There wouldn't be any buildup, anything. It would just start. I was like, yeah, right, okay. Get some showers, some little bit of rain, it'll build up. There was one day, me and a buddy of mine, we're coming from point A to point B, and we always try to take the bus to support the local system. We could afford taxis whenever we wanted, but we tried to support the local system. Well, we're standing there waiting for the bus, and just whoosh! Literally, like somebody just turned on the tap. There was no build-up, there was no nothing, it was just bucket. And so we taxi! It took 10 seconds from the rain start to us getting in the taxi. And we were completely soaked, completely wet. So we get the taxi, and taxi driver's driving. He of course there's no air conditioning, nothing like that. So he can't roll down the window even this much because rain will just blow in. So the windows are just fogging like crazy. And he's driving with one hand and wiping with the other. Non-stop, just and he was relaxed, like, oh, I've done this a bunch, and we're just like, don't kill us! And it was a sauna. It felt like a sauna. So we're like, oh, if you want a really cheap traveling sauna, Go to Nicaragua during the rain season, at the beginning of the rain season.
Mate, you lost the code.
Huh?
You lost the code.
Mike.
Oh, well, I'm loud enough. Okay. Last story, quick story. I'm a skateboarder, and when I first got back to Denmark, I used to bring skateboard teams over and help them do tours through Denmark. This team I worked with in the US that I brought over several times. First time I brought them over, it was in the Lufttown outside of Aalborg, and brought him a cold 6-pack of beer, driving in. The majority of the drive is through the countryside, and excuse me. So they're drinking their beers. Everything's fine. We get into the city. They start doing this, and I'm like, "What are you doing? We don't want the police to see us." Well, this is Denmark. It doesn't matter. Really? Yeah, really. So every person we passed on the sidewalk from that point on, they would hold their beer out the window and go, "Because I can!" Cheers, guys.